Thanks for listening into Anchors and Eagles. This podcast is just going to be Jeronimo and I, and this podcast is a lot of fun. We talk about all things from Thanksgiving to Alex Jones. It's a pretty interesting one. Please stay tuned and do us a favor. Like, subscribe, comment, and if you have any topics you want to talk about, just throw in the comments below. We hope you enjoy the show. Now let's get started.
Delta Foxtrot Delta 21 Delta Foxtrot Delta 21.
In a world where truth lies between shadows and light, where anchors hold you down and eagles dare to rise above, we dive into the untold stories that shape us all. Sit tight, listen close. This is Anchors and Eagles with your hosts, Adam Facenda and Jeronimo Gomez. The views and discussions in this podcast are for entertainment purposes only.
What's up? What's going on? How's your day going?
Is that an Italian joke?
What?
Is that an Italian joke there, buddy?
There it goes.
I don't
There you
know.
go. How you day go?
Oh, okay.
See what I
Not
did
quite
there?
how I said it, but yeah.
Hey, no, forget about it. How'd your day go? How'd your day go? Wow.
How did they go? Did you hear that? What Trump said about the economy?
I heard it's wonderful, right? It's the best it's ever been.
Yeah, it's the best it's ever been. It's the best that we.
best
what are people?
it's
What are people
ever
talking
been.
about? They're just
Best it's
all
ever been
propaganda.
for the rich
Yeah.
person. Which is
Yeah.
also cool because when Biden was in office, it was the best it's ever been.
What are we
always-
thinking? Yeah,
it's always the best it's ever been.
It just keeps
It's
getting
always-
better.
What are we doing?
It
What are
just
we
keeps
doing?
getting better.
Winning. Fucking bullshit.
What are we doing over here in the ant
Ah.
farm?
When I heard that, I saw an interview or the clips from it of him like saying that I was like, wow.
Well, how about
It's
this?
just
You
like-
saw the thing he signed, I think, about beef tariffs.
How he's taken back, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to
lowering
draw
the
back on
tariffs
that now. Like, why did you put him in place in the first place?
Hey,
Beef has risen
What we-
40%. So it's a bunch of
Yeah.
baloney.
Baloney, no pun intended.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous. I
it
don't
is
know.
ridiculous, man.
I don't know what-
It's
Right time for the holidays, though. So people can get their coffee, they can get their beefs, they can get their
Beefs.
beefs.
I like a lot of beef
Beefs.
for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And that's what today's podcast is all going to be about, guys. If you're if you're listening right now, we're going to talk about
Big
some
wink.
Thanksgiving stuff, wink, wink. We did try to do some topics about conspiracy theories, but I found a lot of other weird stuff that isn't conspiracy theories. Did you guys come up with anything else? Jolie, I know you did some research as well.
Not real. I was getting the same stuff as you, with the exception of like cranberry sauce being a blood sacrifice.
Did you know that, Adam?
No, that sucks because I
Blood
love cranberry
sacrifice.
sauce.
Oh, you're not drinking the blood of demons.
That's a very fringe theory. That's it. Podcast
I like
is over.
that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Trying to zoom in. So I asked good old Google AI if there was any major crimes or incidents or anything like that happened during Thanksgiving. And of course, they talked about drinking and driving because it's one of the busiest times of the year to drink.
Mhm.
Do you guys visit family during the holiday?
I mean, we do. We try to. I mean, so now that we are up here, and our family's all down south in Florida, it's difficult, because the drive is long, and
Well,
Yeah.
and we go to your sister's.
oh yeah, we go to my sister lives about 40 minutes from me, so
Oh, that's
we
cool.
usually we go to her, and at least be with a little bit of family,
That's true. And I hopefully your sister listens to this and knows how much you love her. So that would never
Of
drive
course
you
she
to go
does.
and drink, right?
No. We have a great relationship, me and her,
That's good. That's good.
and yeah, it's good to be around family.
Yeah, it is. I unfortunately do not go spend any Thanksgiving with my family. I think last year, I think it was, my sister came. We have this thing called Friendsgiving at the shop, and everybody comes in and brings a, kind of like a potluck, basic Friendsgiving. And this started probably like probably 3 years ago by an artist I really don't even care for. So everyone's like super excited to do it, and I'm like, I really don't care because the person that created it and one of the artists that's actually leaving here in February, she's like, well, we can do it at my house because I just hate, like, I live here at the shop. Why would I want to have a big meal? And I know it's kind of like a Debbie Downer kind of view to it, but I just like, I rather just not be here to do Friendsgiving, but yeah, I could see their faces. Yeah, they were like, burp, burp. They didn't, they know that I had told them today why. I'm like, dude, it's the person that started this doesn't work here any longer. And I really didn't care for her when she worked here. And, yeah, so I hope all the best for her though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have any ill will towards her, but most of all, I just, I don't know, you know, when, when my family's really spread out all over the place too. So, but last time my sister came through with her kids, so that was real fun. But this year I'm just not feeling it.
Yeah. And sometimes you get that like weird, uncle, or, sometimes you get some
Yeah,
characters that show up, some family characters that are always kind of interesting, you know?
yeah. I used to have Thanksgiving at my house after my mom passed away. Actually, the last Thanksgiving we had together, I had to come to my house because she was sick with cancer, and she felt so weird because she didn't make anything. But it was a great experience. And then after that, because I was kind of like I'm the oldest of the family, so then I was doing Thanksgiving at my house wherever. But my mom would always bring a wild card of like invite a guest, and it was usually somebody that might not have a home or family or something like that. But it always made it very interesting because we didn't have a crazy uncle to come around. So we just had a
Yeah.
random crazy person in the house.
A stray,
Yeah.
a random
Um,
stray.
yeah. So that's always fun. But I haven't done a Thanksgiving in my home for my family in a long time. Have you guys ever had Thanksgiving at your house?
No.
Well,
We
we made things.
Well, actually, the first year we were here, I think I made a turkey. I made Thanksgiving, so it was just the two of us
Just a
the
turkey?
first year. Yeah, turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, my favorite.
It was
one.
just a turkey. We just popped the turkey on a plate.
Yeah,
Just
and it was
There you
like
go.
Christmas vacation style, like.
Yeah, just dry as hell. Yeah.
gas just spit out of it. It was super dry. You're like,
Then we dropped a bone on the ground, and Ziggy started choking. And I'm just
No, don't say that.
No, it's like that
Knock on
scene,
wood. Yeah, I know.
He's got it up.
So you
He's
cannot
got it up.
choke on anything. Yeah, my first Thanksgiving I went to Publix and just bought all the pre-made stuff. And then the second one,
why not?
I
I mean, yeah.
yeah, right. Why not? The second one I did,
Yeah.
I went to RIP. I don't know if there's any left, but Boston Market. And man,
Yeah, that's good.
that one was fire. Yeah, it was just the right amount of food
Yeah.
too. It was great.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
Honey baked
yeah.
ham is another option too.
I don't really like ham in general. Like,
No, well, they have
He
all the
doesn't eat
sides and
swine.
everything.
oh,
Yeah.
you mean yeah. Yeah, I thought you meant to eat a honey baked ham. I my first girlfriend ever, her father thought Thanksgiving was terrible. It was like genocide. So they would make
Oh.
pasta or they would make anything but turkey. And he said it's just not fair, like all these turkeys died just for this holiday, and I was like, they're from well, he was from South Africa but her family was from France. And I was just like, I was in love with her. So I'm like, okay, cool. We'll eat pasta. Happy Thanksgiving. Even though back then they weren't making pasta. Yeah. And then I was like, wait a minute. Is this like a protest against America? I got a little offended,
Yeah.
But yeah,
Colonialist
that was an
bastards.
interesting one. I used to have, I used to have a bar, and I, the biggest drinking day out of the year, or like one of them, is Thanksgiving. But what I thought was really cool is because it was such a local bar and a local spot that everyone that came home, because I grew up in the town that the bar was at, was coming there, and we had like Chris Hawkins come and play, and I think who else was there? Pete Gordon came there and he played because I had a little stage and stuff, and it actually wound up being like feeling like we were hanging out like back in the day, just like everyone just came there and just showed up because they didn't have to go all the way downtown to go get into trouble. But those were good days. But I don't drink anymore, so I try to avoid those, like being out in the road.
The
on
good
these
days are
certain
over.
holidays. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No.
The good days are over. They're just starting, my friend. They're just starting. Wow. So today's podcast, Geronimo will be playing Mr. Debbie Downer. And I'll be playing Mr. Positivity. You ready? And begin. Yeah. Thanksgiving.
Sucks.
Totally totally interesting to live in these days with, like you were talking a little bit about the Trumpster doing his work for Thanksgiving, and there was like I saw something a few weeks ago about it's 20% cheaper to buy Thanksgiving dinner this year, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
20%. That's a start. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so expensive.
It turns up. Yeah, Walmart had that. What was that? What do we say? Walmart had like a deal, like a package deal of stuff for Thanksgiving, and it turns out that they just had like
they removed some things from
reduced the amount of product you're getting.
That's what they're doing. Yeah,
and so reduce the cost of it. So it's not really.
It's an illusion.
It's an illusion. It's an illusion. It's all.
Yeah, that was a Biden thing too. Remember? Like, oh, things are getting cheaper, and like, so they started putting less chips in a bag, and like,
yeah,
it's
things
just
are getting smaller.
We must
for the same
be
amount.
the dumbest beings on earth to just keep believing all this over and over again. Something I found interesting when I was doing my research here, my wonderful research. So I asked, what's the biggest crimes that happened during that time? And it said domestic violence. So that's great. That's a positive out of Thanksgiving. You can like, it's going to be so,
when you
the
get
calls are going to be coming in.
That's what
you
happens.
can get away with a lot. You know what I mean? Like, you really put some work in on your domestic partner. So that's awesome. Just kidding, guys. Don't beat your domestic partners.
But that's what happens when you get the crazy uncles over, and the in-laws over.
Yeah, the alcohol to the mix, and economic struggle.
Yeah, economic struggle, politics. I mean, I'm sure it's.
Yeah, it's always interesting. Yeah, it's always interesting when these people have to go to a family dinner, and it's like, and I don't know if it's like this at every home, but you do always have that one outspoken relative that is just going to push some buttons. They're literally there just to push buttons, I think. I might be that guy. I don't know. I really don't. I try not to. I remember one year my mother and my sister got into it so bad that I was inside, and I usually just I would go to sleep because I knew arguments were going to come. And this one woke me up, and I got pissed, and I came outside. They were on the patio, and I screamed at both of them. I said, if you guys don't cut it the fuck out, I'm never coming to another Thanksgiving dinner again or a Christmas function. You guys can't get drunk every holiday and pick a fight with each other. And they both got quiet, and I went back in the house, and then just started talking shit about me. So at least I diverted the conversation of them like going at each other. Yeah.
Had to join forces against the common evil.
Yeah, exactly. I was the common evil, the only man in the house, the only man that was trying to just have a good time, Here's what I found interesting, though. So I went a little bit further, and I said, who invited? And I asked AI on Google, who invented Black Friday, and who do you think it was? Don't look it up, Jolie. Who do you think it was?
Not.
Okay.
Freud? Bernays? No.
Wow, you went deep.
Well, hey, they've done
corporations.
Yeah, I mean, they work for corporations,
think, right? So it turns out in the 1950s, Philadelphia police started calling it Black Friday, and not because which we would automatically go to think But in the 50s and the early 60s, it was such a negative day because people would just, be out shopping. It'd be crazy. Crime is up. People are drinking and driving. So it was a Black Friday. What it used to be
Wow.
called was Big Friday for Big Friday sales. Well, they tried to change it to that, I should say, and it
Yeah.
never stuck. It's always stuck to Black Friday. So Black Friday was actually a very negative day. It wasn't about just these sales. And I found that very interesting because I never knew that.
Yeah, I mean, it's such an
Yeah.
ominous name for that type of, like it says
Yeah.
black for like why? Like it's I
Yeah.
never really thought about the Black Friday.
Yeah.
It's not the most cheerful name for a
No, it's
Yeah.
crazy is everyone's talking about how sales are down, like not sales like 50% off, but like sales in these department stores are down, and all these places are closing, so you can buy everything online now. And I find it
Yeah.
funny now that like you can not only not have to walk into a department store for Black Friday, but Black Friday ends up being Cyber Monday, and they just keep
Yeah.
pushing it along, and we all know what this is truly about. It's the less stock you have on your shelves, the better it is at the end of the year
Yeah.
when you're doing your taxes as one of these big department stores.
Yeah.
And we
I
all
mean, it
feed
sucks
into it.
because I remember, I mean, it was so fun just to go, to the mall, just go buy something, like there's
Yeah.
something about getting in your car and going, I'm gonna get this thing, I'm gonna come home with it, you unwrap it, Now it's like, it's boring. Just get it delivered, and there's no but it's there's no community, like you don't see anybody, you just
No.
stay in your house and it comes to you, and you're not in the mall, like, just seeing other people, there's no like, where's
Yeah.
the holiday spirit when it's just,
And
so sad.
if you're ordering through, I hate to plug them, but if you're ordering through Amazon, you can even have it wrapped.
Yeah.
You don't even have to do
Yeah, I mean,
anything.
by some poor dude that's about to get fired, or a robot's gonna wrap your
Yeah.
gift, it's just such so impersonal. It's like,
Yeah, I was
we're in
watching.
a weird spot.
Yeah, did you guys catch that new Sean Ryan episode?
Oh, which one? The one with the intelligence guy?
Yeah,
I just started. I'm almost done
Start-
watching it. It's so good.
it's
Dude,
so
I was gonna send
good.
it to you today.
I was I almost sent it to you the other day. Just saying, I was thinking about you guys, but it was Sunday.
Yeah.
I started it on Friday and only watched an hour at a time, and I'm ready to re-listen to it because it's so good.
Yeah.
Like, there's
Yeah.
so much stuff I miss.
I've seen a lot of stuff from that guest before, like his like other interviews with him. He's definitely one of my favorite guys, and he just breaks it down, like the psychology just behind human behavior and how they sell you things, and it's so mind blowing, dude. And then you start to see it, like you start to see it in everything.
Instantly. As he's talking, I think that I had to keep pausing it because things would start popping up in my head. But
Yeah.
the reason why I brought it up, I don't want to go on the tangent about that. We can make another podcast about that. Is the fact that that he was asked at some point. I don't know if you saw this point about AI and all the stuff
Nah, I
that's
haven't
being.
heard it.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna get so impersonable with everything, like what we're talking about, buying packages and stuff like that, that eventually people are are going to want to have contact with other humans. It's only inevitable. There's going to come a time, and what's sad is we just won't know how long that'll take. Will it take another generation? Who knows?
Yeah.
But I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
No.
No, I was just saying that, people, when we do come to that conclusion that like, hey, we need to hang out with people again, I think something bad has got to happen before that, like, unfortunately, that's the way we learn, bring yourself on the stove and learn not to do it again.
Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead.
I forgot what I was going to say, but I think community is like the biggest part of it. I mean, we've been having fun. We had Edwin on, we had Blair Hess, now we've had Brooklyn on. And it reminds me of like how you said earlier, the good old days, and it's the fact that that's something that I've gained a lot by doing this podcast with you and Jolie. I don't want to leave you out. Is the fact that I now have a sense of community again, even though we're not like physically next to each other or anything like that, but just to have that sense of community, like it's been very I've been very transactional with people for a long time because I'm a business owner. And like it always, ever since I got into tattooing, it always feels like someone wants to be a friend, befriend me because they want something from me, and then it
Yeah.
trickles into like romantic relationships and stuff like that. And I always think about like how can I get back to what it was like when we were kids, or even in our 20s, like I still consider that being a kid.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's really like what we've been doing is like this sense of community, like just talking to people. And then I realized, we've talked about this a couple of times that you guys aren't that far away from me. I think you guys are like 11 or 12 hours away. You know what I mean? I just got
Yep.
to start
Oh,
making the time and making plans to go and do stuff because I've always just been like, what does the business need? What does this employee need? Oh, let me just open another business because I'll make time later for myself. And it's like,
Yeah.
I think this has been like really good for myself. I don't know about you guys, but even the guys that we've interviewed, they've like been so pumped, and it kind of brings us back into that, being a kid, and like even Thanksgiving felt better when you were a kid.
yeah. I mean, it's just cool to innocently talk about stuff, about the world, and like we've talked about this too, on our own. How good this has been for us. It
Hmm.
gives us it's almost like you have to. It's very easy to become like a hermit,
Yeah.
and just like not talk to anybody or just do your own thing and get sucked up in your own world and just do that. But doing the podcast and becoming in contact with Edwin and people that we haven't talked to in years. I mean,
Hmm.
it's
It's been awesome. Yeah.
it's been awesome. It totally I totally understand what you're saying. It's a sense of community. We're friends. We have friends. We have people we can talk to.
Yeah.
And what's especially cool about that we've been friends for so long. You know,
Yeah.
so it's definitely something that we've talked about a lot,
Yeah.
how good this has been for us. And
Yeah. It's folding time a little bit.
yeah, it's folding time a little bit,
Yeah.
and yeah, before you know it, if you start, leaving yourself behind and it's like, oh, I'm gonna do this and then I'll give myself time to relax or do other things. Before you know it, dude, it's so much time has passed.
Yeah.
It's like take advantage of that, do it now while you can, you know?
Yeah. It's been I mean, Katie was the really big about it on me being more proactive about taking care of myself. But I always thought like it was physical, like physical be take care of yourself this way. But now I'm coming into like grips, like it's weird how like I guess men, I don't know, maybe I'm just speaking for myself, but probably most men that are listening to this, it might resonate. That it takes me so long to figure out exactly what someone's trying to say to me. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, I should be doing this. I should be doing this. Like, yeah, I got 1,200 other things I'm worried about right now. Now you just gave me another thing. I'm not going to worry about that right now because it's something about me. I could just pass it on till later. I'll take care of it later. But now I'm realizing, like, dang man, like I haven't had much time to take care of it later. I need to start taking care of it now, and it's just been really great.
Yeah.
Um, I think I was when I
Yeah,
really
we've been
good.
go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, finish.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
no, go ahead. We can talk
No,
over each
I was
other all
just,
day.
when we were
No, you. No, you.
we were walking Ziggy earlier outside, and there's just so much crazy stuff happening, so much stuff, and that interview sparked this conversation. That Sean Ryan interview with this guy sparked this conversation. How it's like, dude, we're here for such a short period of time.
Yeah.
Let's just pretend. Like I told her, let's just pretend we're aliens and we're just here, just observing humans. Like
Yeah.
let's just hang out and just try to make it through with uh a little bit of innocence and a little bit of joy,
Yeah.
and as long as you can hold on to that without letting this world beat you down,
Hmm.
just get through it. Just pretend you're an alien or whatever, and you're just here just to experience,
Yeah. I mean,
And,
I
yeah,
somewhat believe that's the only reason why we're here anyways, just to experience this world,
yeah, yeah,
then we
yeah,
get to
yeah,
go to heaven and then figure out what happens
yeah,
next.
yeah.
Um, that's one thing I want to try to bring to this podcast most of all is like, I know some people might be listening to it and like, oh, like, you know, what are they going to talk about? Some people are actually tuning in just to hear if we're talking about conspiracies or, you know, or just our banter, the conversations we have like this. But I really want to bring that to the listener or even someone that's watching, just to feel like a connection of community. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of us out there that have the same beliefs. We have the same thoughts, or maybe we don't have the same beliefs. Maybe we don't have the same thoughts, but we're all like in this together, and we feel like we're all alone. And I think that's one of the most common feelings for people to have, especially during the holidays, is they feel so alone. But that feeling of you feeling alone is actually what everyone is going through at the same time. So you're not alone. We're almost all in the same boat at the same time. We just aren't talking and creating like this kind of open communication and talking to people. So that's one thing I really inspire for this podcast to do for people, is just to tune into some people and like feel like they're part of it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Come join the fun. I mean,
Yeah.
it's tough. The holidays are tough, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
I know I sometimes I get pretty down and upset during the holidays. I don't, it's weird. I don't know why. I haven't quite figured out that part of why. I guess what it is, it's missing people, you know, missing
Yeah.
family, or, you know, just missing being around other people and thinking about times past, thinking about, you know, old Thanksgivings that we had with my
Hmm.
parents, and, you know, just
Yeah.
thinking stuff like I think it's stuff like that that brings a lot of people down, just reminiscing about times they had,
Yeah.
and how different it is now, you know?
Yeah. What's lacking from the situation of the holidays, you know,
Yeah.
it could be past relationships, it could be family members, it could be a lot of different things, you know. When I lost my mom, I said something. I said to my friend Danny Knight, he's a tattooer. I don't know if you know him. He owned Rockabilly Tattoo.
He did my
Um,
collarbones. Yeah. Yeah.
oh, did he? Okay, yeah. So you know
Yeah.
Danny.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we were talking, and this is right after my mom passed away, and this is like 15 years ago. And I was like, man, you know what sucks is like I lost someone that we had so many. Excuse me. I lost my mom, but not only did I lose my mom, I lost all the stories I had with my mom and all the history that I had with my mom. Like the inside jokes that you have with your parents and stuff like that, you know? And
Yeah.
he said he calls me Franny, by the way, because he can. He says to me, Franny, you know, it's time for you to start making your own memories now. You know that, right, buddy? And it was like just like I just sat there on the phone, like kind of quiet, you know, because it's true. And I've gotten so caught up on just trying to be successful in some sort of way. And the funny part is, guys, I've never thought I was successful. Whether the shop is making a ton of money or I'm opening up another business and everything's success, I have never felt a minute of success. And I realized that I had been doing that a lot for the exception, to be accepted by my father and be so my mom would be proud of me. You know what I mean? And it's like I
Really?
pushed myself for 17 years now, and I don't feel any better from it. You know what I mean? I've made memories, but I didn't make any history with anybody, you know? So
Yeah.
that's where
Yeah.
I'm constantly like rethinking, like, how can I make it better in the future, you know? Instead of sitting here and being like, oh, I'm so depressed, I have no one. Thanksgiving Day, I'm not gonna have Thanksgiving with anybody. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be sitting in my house watching TV, probably making a pot pie. I don't know. But not to sound depressing or anything like that. I don't have any family like that or plans.
Yeah.
And you know, I have
You're
plans
welcome up
for
here.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I
Come on.
have plans for before and I have plans for after, but not the day of. And I you know, even before you started co-hosting this with me, I'm always trying to figure out like, and it's I should spend more than 20 minutes a day on it, but how can I rewind back to when things were simple and were fun, and they were fun because they were simple. You know what I mean? Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Totally. It
Yeah.
totally makes sense. And the thing that sucks is that, well, it doesn't suck. I think we just have to, I think people need to shift their perspectives. And trust me, this is something that obviously I battle with, and I think everybody battles with. And
Mhm.
it's the hardest thing, is to shift perspective. You know, just
Yeah.
like how it was told to you, you got to create your new memories. Easier said than done, but that's the truth. You know, like you
Yeah.
have to be able to move on from those times, because if not, you're always going to be there. You know, you're
Yeah.
never going to have them. You didn't die there. you're still alive. You have to
Mhm.
keep moving forward, and that's the trick. That's you got to hack the matrix somehow, and you really got to like, get it. The materialist stuff is easy. Getting wealth and business. I mean, not to belittle, obviously owning a business is hard, but I mean that material stuff is easy to think that to make you feel good, but it doesn't. The hard thing and be able to shift your perspective mentally, spiritually, that's the hard part.
Yeah.
That's the super hard part. Throw all that material crap. Obviously, you need it to live in this world and all that stuff, but to be happy, you really need to shift internally, mentally.
Yeah, I've watched something that I always have these like words that like well, we watch a bunch of content all over the place, and one of the words is that's been popping up is with me lately has been we are a society that has needs something to be tangible, and like so we'll take religion for instance. Like, well, we need to know who God is, so we need to see him. We need this, we need that, right? We need for happiness equals me having a new car. That's something tangible. And it's just like something that's been resonating a lot with me for the past couple weeks. And at the same time, I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast, but maybe we talked about it in our conversation prior to this podcast was downsizing things, getting rid of stuff,
Yep.
like you're like the tangible stuff, like just getting rid of it. And I think that might be maybe that's it, right? When you're kids, you don't really have anything. You got your bicycle, you got your skateboard, you know what I mean? But you weren't worried about a house. You weren't worried about car insurance. You weren't worried about anything. Like I got this bicycle, and I can go see the world on it, and I'm out of here. I can drink water out of a hose and eat an orange off a tree, and I'll be fine.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and it's like
Simple.
it's so simple, and it's funny how like I feel that we're all driven back to that, like what we were talking about, not all of us, but we talked about like you guys want to move into a tiny home. Yeah, why? Because then I have
Right.
less.
Yeah.
All I
Mhm.
care about is waking up, eating. My overhead is lower,
Yeah, you want to get rid of those shackles. It's funny when you grow up, you don't have any shackles because you don't know
yeah.
they exist. And then you get older, you start getting the shackles, and then you start realizing shit, shackles exist. And then
Yeah.
now the trick part is be able to survive without the shackles,
Hmm.
that exist.
Yeah.
So it's tough. It's again, it's a shift of perspective. You start to realize, and luckily enough, at our age, we're starting to figure it out. Like that's a big deal to be able to
Yeah.
figure this out. Some people never figure it out, and some
Yeah.
people, and that's the sad part. Like some
Yeah.
people just don't even see the shackles. They don't see anything. Uh, Ignorance is bliss, and they just, they don't even see it, and it's sad. It's sad to see somebody in their 70s or 80s with the regrets and just, I wish I would have done this, wish I would have done this. Well, we're very lucky to be at our age and, to start to be able to try and at least know that
Yeah.
there's a perspective to shift to,
Yeah. We're
you know?
identifying these things that like, that need a different perspective on it.
And,
Yeah.
it's totally normal to be completely like at our age. I keep saying that, but I'm assuming that this
Because you're
happens to a
getting
lot of
old.
people around this. Right. This happens to a lot of
Yeah.
men, a lot of people at this age, when mortality starts to sneak in, people you love start dying, your parents start dying. This is an age where where all this stuff happens. And, and it's okay to like want to think of a different way.
Yeah.
This is okay. It's not abnormal. In fact, y- you're smarter than most to even question it,
Yeah.
or you're seeing the matrix kind of, and it's a lonely path. It's a lonely thing because everybody's
Yeah.
telling you, you're seeing everybody around you successful. They got kids, they got all this stuff, and you're still like, why am I not happy with all this stuff? Or why don't I want to be like that? Why do I want, I'm
Hmm.
not happy with my career at this age. It's it's definitely a mind screw, mind
Yeah.
fuck. But
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. Like, I'm surrounded by bars, and I haven't drank in quite some time. And I'm not downing anyone that drinks, but I look at some of these people that are probably in their 60s or 70s, and you can just tell. Maybe some of them are in their 50s too. I don't know. Maybe I'm terrible at gauging age, but they have never taken a month off of drinking. And the one thing that I learned when I stopped drinking was I had to start facing all the crap that I didn't want to face. And I look at these people and I'm like, what age does it hit you? Like, I need to face these demons that I've been dealing with for all this time, or some people don't even,
Mhm.
and I like, there was one thing, my father believed in reincarnation. And, so I learned about like different cultures that believe in reincarnation, and they feel some believe that you need to just keep coming back till you get it right. Not saying that I've gotten it right at all, but I think that's part of being sober for me has been being able to identify and deal with my issues. But
Mhm.
having to sit with myself for the past 4 years and evaluating like the trauma has been really rough. And I thank God and I thank the church that I go to, because that's totally helped me, especially having conversations with God and Jesus. And but I feel bad for those people that I see like just housed at a restaurant bar. You know what I mean? Like, I have no problem with someone having drinks every now and then, but when they live day in and day out just drinking, it's just like it's so
Yeah,
sad.
when you're masking an issue, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's when you don't want to deal with things, or at that point, it's like it's similar to like telling a lie. And you got to tell another lie. You got to tell, so you got to keep drinking because you can't face what happened, all that stuff. But I can't imagine how much you've grown as a person dealing with life. You know,
Yeah.
even looking at like the ugly parts, things that you've done, things that you missed or whatever. I mean, how much growth have you gone through
Yeah.
doing that? I mean, it's
And it's
hard.
weird. It's weird when other people like tell me about that. Like some people, like one of my artists here, he's like, "You've done so much work on yourself since I've started working here." And you're like, and that's the one thing that we all admire about you is like, no matter what's thrown at you, you keep showing up. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know how not to show up,
Yeah,
but I'm showing up sober, and I'm
yeah,
showing up a lot more clear minded, not a little bit, but um, yeah, but like at the end of the day, I just want to be on a farm somewhere.
yeah,
Like, just it's funny, like I think maybe it's because I've gotten used to being by myself and alone with myself that I'm like, yeah, I could go one step further, and like, how do I minimize all this? And I think we've talked about this too, or maybe I mentioned like we can do this podcast anywhere.
yep,
It's completely remote. So all it takes is some good Wi-Fi.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think our ultimate goal, me and Jolie and I, is to get an RV and travel. I think. I mean, to be able to just go anywhere we want and just
Yeah.
live like that, just see stuff. While we're
Mhm.
here, it's
It's so common for people when they get older to talk about this, and it's usually people. And a lot of people are like, oh yeah, well, life's so hard. Everyone does that. Okay, you're gonna be an RV person. But I think when
yeah,
like people like us that have like seen and done so much, it's kind of like, yeah, but I haven't seen all of it yet. You know, like there's still more to see. And I've taken
Yeah.
a long break from going and seeing it. Like I'm
yeah,
sure you guys toured all over the place, right? So
yeah. But when you're touring in a band, you're not seeing
it's work.
shit. You're
Yeah.
seeing, yeah, but you're seeing the worst parts of every city in the United States, because
Seriously.
every club's in like some downtown. I mean, you're seeing, and plus you're there for like not even a night.
Yeah.
I mean, so and you're young, you're stupid, and you don't care about that. You're not thinking about, ooh, I'm here, I'm in Philly, I'm in,
Yeah.
Arizona. I'm literally, this happened one time in some kid's bedroom where he booked us, like, for him and
No
his
Really?
friend.
way.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
yes. I guess we could have a little time to tell that story. Um, we got booked to play a show, and on our way to the venue, the van, we got the
Yeah.
the trailer, And this was
New Mexico, I think.
New Mexico.
Yeah, it was an Adobe.
And we're driving through, and we start pulling into like this like suburban like neighborhood. We're like, this is weird. Are you sure we got the right directions? Are you sure? Because usually it's at a club, you know, it's in downtown or whatever.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah.
Did you MapQuest this? Is this old?
Oh, this is MapQuest. Yeah, this is.
Oh wow! So yeah, you gotta put that in.
Yeah,
like, you could like download the wrong map completely. Yeah, go ahead.
Totally. Yeah,
this is like
2000.
Yeah. This is like 2001 or something.
Yeah.
And so we're driving and we end up in this like neighborhood, and we're like, but this is the right address. It's like a house. It's like a house.
It was an Adobe.
It's like an Adobe house. It's New Mexico, so all the houses it was a nice neighborhood.
Yeah.
But it was
house.
It was a house. And so we pull up slowly, this big white, 15-passenger van, and the kid gets out. Hey, and I forget what the conversation was. They're like, we're rocking our sweater. Like, yeah, come on in. And we're like, oh shit. So this kid booked us in his bedroom for him and his like 5 friends.
No way.
Yeah.
And then after that, we had dinner at his dinner table with his family.
No way.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And how many people are in the band at this time, like traveling with you?
It was the 4 of us, plus a roadie. So who would have been with us? Dean, maybe? Or
I don't know.
Something.
Marin. I don't know.
Maybe Marin.
So 5 people in this stranger's house.
Yeah.
Was his parents home? I have so many questions.
His parents were home.
Yeah, they cooked the dinner. It was pasta.
Yeah, we had pasta.
Speaking of pasta.
Nice Thanksgiving dinner. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So that was so weird.
Surreal.
So odd. So, yeah.
Yeah, they set it all up with the speakers and everything.
Yeah, they had a PA in his bedroom. He had like...
How big was his bedroom?
It was like a bedroom. It was like a regular bedroom.
Yeah, I think it was
How
like
did you fit all your equipment in this bedroom?
We didn't have a lot of stuff there. At the time, like Matt's drums were tiny, if you remember.
Yeah, Matt.
And Henry had like one.
It's a Bogner. It was like a combo amp, and I had my bass setup I had 2 812 cabinets, so that I would stack on top of each other. Two 412 cabinets that I would stack on top, or 12. I had to forget all the sides of it, but so I brought in half of it. So yeah, I mean there was room. It was tight, but played some kid's bedroom. This is so the weirdest experience, and I tell the story is anytime I can. I tell the story. It's just like, what the hell? But yeah, RV.
Do you know, like, first off, how old was this kid?
I don't know. He's probably
younger than us. I think.
Yeah, he was younger than us. I think at the time we were 20, 24, 25. Maybe.
Younger than that, I think. Early 20s.
2000.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were what?
Yeah, 20s.
Yeah.
So okay, so you guys got paid for the gig, right?
Yeah, he actually paid us really well, I think.
I think
it was definitely one of the better guarantees that we got on that tour.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you guys were doing it wrong this whole time. You should just be doing bedroom tours, you know?
Yeah.
Bedroom
I have
and college. Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, college venues were the best.
College has been really good, yeah.
I bet. That's just amazing. Like, first off, like, you said 5 of his friends?
Something like that.
Yeah.
It was like a
the
handful
most
of people.
Epic story that kid's ever told his whole life. But this is like nationally known band in my bedroom. They're like, no, that didn't happen. He's like, I got pictures. You know?
And I think the guarantees were like, I mean, a good guarantee back then was like $150, $200, right?
Yeah.
I mean, our per diem was like $5 a day. Or something, $10 a day.
Yeah.
Really?
$5. Yeah, we were hating it, but
but think about inflation.
And that was in but we in New Mexico at that time, so we actually had been on tour for a few weeks already at that point.
Yeah, I mean at the time, like a Subway sandwich was a nickel. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, back then everything was cheap. Even gas was cheap back then. Actually, let's look that up. You said 2001? Jolie, can you look up how much a Subway sandwich was?
Yeah.
Watch it be like $2.99 or something like that.
No, it's probably like $4 or something for a 12-inch or something.
It's been $5 forever. It only went up $1.
I don't know.
No.
But yeah, that was... So by the time we were on tour at that point, we were already pretty broad.
It was about 5, just so you know. A Subway meal was about $4.69 according to this. So it was like a $3 to $4. Yeah, $3 to $4 for a 6-inch and $6 to $7 for a foot long. That seems like a lot. That seems a little high for that time. I don't know.
Yeah. So I went down this tangent. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish what you were going to say, Geronimo.
I forgot what I was going to say. No, I was just going to say by that time we had already been on tour for at least a couple of weeks or whatever. And so we got to the kids' house. I think it was a breath of fresh air because we knew we were getting fed. And and I think
we don't have to use the per diem for this.
Yeah, we don't have to use the because I'd blow my per diem on cigarettes, and I wouldn't have money to eat. Like I'd rather have cigarettes than anything, or beer or something. Like that was just gone, and forget about it. Once we go to New York, I mean the prices there were just ridiculous. We didn't. I mean, I didn't eat.
You guys were panhandling after the show,
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, good. My story's finished.
Okay, that's a pretty good story, actually. When I moved to Connecticut with Jamie Bissonette, I left. I had $40 to my name, and this is like same thing around 2000. And then I came back with $40 in my pocket. I had no job. I was crashing on actually in Twan's bedroom at Lawrence's house,
right.
And their family's so amazing. And I remember thinking to myself, I have to make this $40 stretch until I find another job. Literally was drinking the worst quart beer you possibly could imagine. I think they were like a buck. I still had priorities. I had to get drunk if I was going to go out, And there was always this like exchange. I would like sell a record or do something random, and I come up with some money, and I held $40 in my pocket for like 2 or 3 weeks before I actually like got a job again. And one of the nights that I was drinking my dollar quarts, I was at the skate park where you guys played, and I literally got the gig because there's some kids drinking in the parking lot, some skinhead kids, and back then you know who I was, right? So Lawrence says, just go have Adam go talk to them. And Chuck was like, what do you mean? Is he going to hurt them? He's like, no, he'll go handle it though. Don't worry about it. So I walked over to them and was like, hey guys, I know you guys aren't skating anymore and you're hanging out here with these beers. Cool. I get it. I used to be your age, right? That's great. But there's parents that are showing up here. And if you don't move away from this door, I'm not going to take this beer from you. You guys are going to find out who I really am. And they're like, okay, yeah, we'll move down the way, right? So they go down the end of the parking lot. I walk back. I'm like, it's all handled. And he's like, what did you say? I said, I told them they had to go down at the end of the parking lot. That's all. He's like, and they listened? And I said, yeah. He goes, dude, I asked them 6 times. They didn't do the damn thing. And I said, yeah, well, I'm like, yeah, you didn't say it right. You didn't word it right. You first off, you're not me. First off, and this is after like a cycle of steroids and everything. So he's like, wow, that's amazing. He's like, do you want to come and work these shows? And I was like, I mean, yeah, of course, no problem. Like I come work the shows, but I could probably book better shows than you have. Like they had a band called Free Beer there at the time. Mm-hmm. And that's how I got the gig. Literally just telling some kids to stop drinking in the parking lot.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's always an opportunity for an asshole.
Yeah, there's always, you know what I mean? And I don't mind being that asshole,
No, hey, some people are good at it.
Hey, I mean, when we have Jamie Bissonette on, we'll have the how good it is to know an asshole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. I hope he talks about it. I hope he talks about it.
Oh man,
he'll be like, can we redact all this?
We need the other angle of the story.
Oh, the other angle?
Oh my gosh, I can't.
From his angle.
Yeah, I still can't believe that. I still can't believe that whole thing. To this day, I mean, I'm 49 years old. That happened when we were in our 24, 25. Yeah. To this day, I think about it at least once a day. So good. I don't know why.
I don't know if you guys remember this, but I was so flattered there when you guys were like, so maybe you should come and be like our tour manager so that way we get paid.
Yeah, I hated being that person.
That kid was a prick. He was a total dirtbag.
He should talk to us online after
he listens to this shit. You're an asshole.
Yeah. Maybe he had some growth since then too. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, I'm sure.
Maybe.
I'm sure. Yeah.
So we went on a tangent when we went from talking about Thanksgiving and then swinging back to tour dates. This is what's best about this podcast. Being
You never
just
know
a
what's going to
freeform.
happen.
You never know.
Happen.
And some of the people that start listening to it might sign off at 30 minutes in, and they don't even get the good stuff because it's always at the end.
They miss
the fun.
They miss it.
They really do. I think we should just make that announcement. Hey, listen, you're listening to this podcast right now. You have to make it past 30 minutes. Yeah. Not because it helps our algorithm, because the good stuff happens at about 30-minute mark.
Okay.
Yeah, I know a lot of people, like, I watch, they just drop off at 30 minutes. I wish we could see if they, like, jump back on, like, how, I don't know, if you, like, go in and out of podcasts, like, just catch back up to where
maybe they pause and then...
Yeah, I usually, it's like, I mean, if it's a long one, if it's an hour long, I'll definitely, I mean, my brain can't concentrate long enough that I gotta, like, oh, what else is going on? And then I'll have the tab up and I'll get back to it at some point.
Yeah. Sean Ryan's got it figured out, though, my friend. Sean Ryan's got it figured out because they give you those little teaser clips, and they're so, like, everything in his interviews are great, but they're like, that's where it got me. And I now watch those, 3 or 4 of those, so that way I have time to go and pee. When I listen to the big show, you're like, I know this part. I know I got 15 minutes. I can go to the bathroom. You know, you go do it, let the dogs out. Yeah, so we went on a tangent. There. I mean, we're almost at an hour, so we can probably close it out.
Yeah.
What should we close it out with? Do you guys have any juice for Thanksgiving?
Any juice?
I mean,
just the blood sacrifice.
Yeah, I mean,
blood sacrifice. That Lincoln did this to bring back camaraderie in the government because we had just gotten done with the Civil War, which I thought was pretty interesting. And the same time that we discover this, they've taken him away from being on currency.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
I believe there's a conspiracy behind
Pennies
that,
got too expensive to make.
Pennies got too expensive to make.
So why are all the pennies worth that amount now? Why?
That's what I'm talking about.
Like, what the heck? Is that bullshit that
they
is?
Could have made just a whole new currency.
Yeah.
You know, like buttons. Buttons equal a penny now. You know what I mean?
Wait, did you see also that some of the stores are now saying they're going to round up your change, and that they'll accept they'll accept payment without the change included in some cases? Like, they're just bypassing the whole thing because it's too complicated. If they're not even, like, counting pennies anymore. They're not including them anymore.
You are kidding me.
Even though they're still out there, and we still have some. Well, how many years of pennies do we have out there? I mean, I find them every day on the floor.
Well, actually, it's crazy.
37 pennies.
There's what is it? Can you look it up? There is on chat. Will tell you how many pennies are there in circulation right now. This is going to blow your mind.
I have a little personal habit too that has to do with pennies. If I find one, I always have one in that little pocket of my jeans. I always keep one. So right now I have one in there. Yeah. I find, like, it's a weird superstition. What, Geronimo?
Oh, Geronimo is killing me right now. For those who are not watching this, let me describe what I just saw. Geronimo just found out something new about his wife. And it's very shocking.
What do you mean you always have a penny?
I have one right now.
You really? You carry a penny around? I thought you just found them and it's like, oh, it's like a regular
right here. I'm showing him, by the way.
Oh, weird.
This one's from 1978.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me exactly where you found it. This one here.
I do. No, I
found in the parking lot in Scottsdale, Arizona.
No, I find them on the ground. It's a weird, superstition. And then if I don't pick it up, something bad always happens. So now I've always picked them up. And yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, but what about the ones that are on tails? You're not supposed to pick those up. Those are not good luck. Are you still pick them up?
I don't know. I haven't noticed the heads or tails part.
So you only find ones that are heads up?
No, I never noticed that, whether or not they're heads or tails. I just see the penny. It happens all the time to me. I find them all the time.
So you always have a penny on you?
I always have a penny in that little pocket of your jeans, that little spare pocket there. That's what that's for me. That's my penny pocket.
I have been with Jolie for 25 years. I did not know.
And that's the first new thing you've heard.
I didn't know you carried around. Actually,
yeah, it's
like
I didn't
know you had a penny on you right now. You never know what you're gonna learn. Never know.
You never know. These podcasts, I mean, you're discovering new things. This is like revitalizing this relationship between you guys. Now it's like you have this, you're like, babe Penny, you know?
I didn't realize it was such a secret, I guess.
Well, you've kept it a secret. It's not. That's funny. So what's the deal with the pennies? Did we find out how many pennies are in circulation?
So 114 billion pennies in circulation. 100? But there's another source that gives 240 billion. So I don't know why such a
billions of pennies, right? Billions of pennies in circulation that they think of, right? And then you have stores, they're going to say, no, we're going to round up because we don't have pennies.
You know,
that is I sent you guys the thing that I saw as soon as I saw the penny thing, and I'm like, this is exactly how they get you to move over to a cryptocurrency.
Yeah, totally. But also, all those pennies are going to end up in the landfill where all the Atari game discs, game cartridges ended up.
Do you know about that? Do you know about the ET game? Atari game?
No, let's hear it. I mean, I'm now shocked with what I'm hearing. Let's go. Give it to me.
ET game.
But did you know about the Atari? When ET came out, they made a game, an ET game for Atari.
The ET game.
Yeah, I knew that.
Okay.
It was so bad.
The game was so bad. They had so many made that they had to just dump all of like, I don't know how many, into just a landfill.
No way.
Yeah, it's like ET graveyard.
Yeah, it's like an
ET game graveyard.
Yeah.
So that's where all the pennies.
That's where all the pennies are going to wind up, next to ET.
Yeah. So one day in the far, far, far future, somebody's going to dig deep, and they're going to find
it's not going to be pyramids,
huge mountain of
or megalithic structures. It's going to be ET tapes.
A layer of pennies covering ET.
Our great civilization.
Yeah.
Copper and plastic.
They were so smart for their time.
Yeah, and the irony will be that the ET pennies will survive. I mean, the ET games will survive. They will survive because they'll be covered in a layer of pennies. So, like, all the buildings will be destroyed, but the ET cartridges, one day in the far, far future.
That's insane. Yeah, I get it. That's amazing. So we're saying, how many billions of pennies? You said 100 billion?
Well, some articles say 114 billion, and then the United States Mint indicates around 300 billion. So that's a big difference.
At what? At the how much is it worth to make a penny right now? How much does it cost to make a penny?
37 cents.
37 cents?
No. It's 3.7 cents.
Oh, I thought it said
the one I sent you was wrong. 3.7 cents.
Decimal points matter.
That's a big difference.
Decimal points matter.
Yeah.
So why didn't we just say, hey, this penny is worth a nickel now?
Yeah.
Well, what'd you do to the nickel?
You bump it up to 7 cents.
Oh man.
Funny. Yeah, I think this is crazy. I mean, what was like the last minted pure copper penny? It was like in the 40s or something like that, or I know that we started doing mix materials for them, and that was because back then copper prices were going up or some crap.
Okay, so I'm checking that. The last 95% copper penny was minted in September 1982. After that, it switched to mostly with a thin copper plating.
Right. 82. So I'll let you guys know something. When I was a kid. I don't know if you guys ever collected coins. Turns out Jolie collects coins.
Well, this one is apparently this one is 95% copper then, because this is in 1978.
Look at that. So I used to collect coins. I was that nerdy kid, and I heard that they were going to stop printing or minting pennies. I think it was in February. So I went out and bought a bunch of pennies.
Nice.
How many pennies did you buy?
I think I bought $60 worth of pennies.
Okay.
Thanks
hey, why not? You know?
Why not? and I just tripled my money, baby. Yeah.
Streaming Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
I really bought them because of the wheat penny. Like they're still like
The wheat
some of the
backs.
wheat. Yeah,
My dad
those are.
collects those.
Yeah,
my
there's
dad
actually
has
worth
all them.
some like a lot more than a penny for sure, and it depends on where they're
Yeah.
minted and all that. Like I used to be super nerd about nickels, when I was like in third grade. Like my parents couldn't have change in their pocket without me going through all of it, you know. And then I put it in the little fifth pocket in my pants, and I just keep it there forever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I knew I'd like go on a tangent. All right, so, Lincoln is the one that made Thanksgiving an actual holiday, and just before Thanksgiving, we decided to get rid of the penny, which has been the only president on a coin that helped slavery.
Yeah.
You guys don't find that a little weird?
Yeah.
Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy.
Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy. Deep Thoughts by Adam Facenda. I think that's really, really weird. And then we have that whole correlation with Lincoln and Kennedy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And now we have a Kennedy almost in office right now. I mean, can you see it? Is it all linking up, my friend? Come on. And then someone lost an ear? Come on.
And the frogs.
And the frogs. So I realized something today. I'm going in and screw it. We're past an hour now. This is part 2.
All over the place.
Oh my God. So I am all over the place. So today I saw a little clip from Rogan with the first like 125 episode of the Rogan show, Rogan podcast, and it had Alex Jones on it, and I realized that he talks at 1.25 speed. Have you ever messed up when you're watching a video and you bump it up to 1.25? Oh, yeah. Well, some of us in this room have. Jeronimo.
Okay.
And if you just do it, and then I want you to listen to Alex Jones afterwards, you're like, oh, he's just talking at a different speed than all of us. What the heck? And now I'm really curious. I think we should do a study on Alex Jones.
Slow him down a little.
Slow him down.
So this was a new Joe Rogan with Alex Jones?
No, this is like the very first Alex Jones interview, and it's off camera, and they're just like, he's going on a tangent, like,
This is like years ago. This is it's like years
like he still has hair in it, you know, and I'm just like blown away, and I caught it because I keep getting on my Twitter account. Somehow I had bumped up the speed, and I was listening to all the videos faster, and I'm like, I can't stand this, and it took me a while to figure out how to set it back because I'm old, like, you know, like using a remote for an old person. And I was like, oh my gosh, Alex Jones just speaks at a different speed. And I often wonder if people do that not out of excitement or if that's just who they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So people
I
are
think
like,
this is who he is. Yeah, I think he just runs hot, dude. That guy he just runs hot.
He's on fire.
Yeah. He's on fire 24/7. There's just too much in there. It's like his brain wants to glitch. You know what I mean? Like his brain really wants to just glitch. Give me a second. Just give me a second to breathe, you know? Oh, man.
Have you ever seen his documentaries that he used to do?
I've watched a few of them. Yeah, my brother and I used to be really big into Alex Jones back in the day. And I mean back in the day, 15 years ago. Yeah, he's a wild one.
I think he means well. Like I think, you know, I used to listen to him a lot. I used to really be into him, and you know what? He brought a lot of this weird shit to my attention. You know, like he was some like, you know, pointing out weird shit. You know, so he was like definitely a gateway drug into all of this,
connecting a bunch of dots.
So
here's how
that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for a lot of us. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, anyone that's like into conspiracy theories definitely knows about Alex Jones because they've heard something from him or referenced something from him. But where is it going with that? There's definitely he's not a psyop. He's definitely not a psyop, but I think he's been psyoped.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. You know.
I mean, he talks to all these people. He says he speaks to all these people and the higher ups, and I know guys at the very top, you know, and it, you know, and it's like, and I got from my source. My source is the best, you know.
Yeah.
And is the government really sending these guys like, hey, let's go have fun with Jonesy. Let's go give him some more information that leads to nowhere, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I get that a lot of that is in that Sean Ryan interview with that dude. You know how the psyops planted like that, and I wish what's the guy's name? So we just stopped saying the guy that was on
the guy.
What's the?
I think his name's really basic too.
Yeah. Have to find it.
Well, work.
If you're listening right now, the reason why we have nothing to talk about is because our producer is taking forever.
Yeah.
Is it Brian Harple?
No.
No, that's not it.
No, it was just like
just sorry, no. Yeah, well, that was 6 hours ago.
That's actually that's another one that's going to be interesting to watch. That's Charlie Kirk's head of security or something.
No.
Yeah.
He's a psyop too.
This one came out what day? What day did this one?
A week ago. About a week ago.
Okay, a week ago. Not okay.
Yeah, this is on every weekend.
Yeah. Let me see. Chase Hughes, I beat you.
Chase Hughes, yeah, she beat me. Okay, Chase Hughes.
Chase, yeah, that's right. Chase. I saw him. I came across one of his videos a while ago. He was having meetings and he found out that he was having seizures and he didn't know why. And he went on this crazy regiment of like trying to figure out how to fix these seizures that he was having. And like I guess he was in like a full-blown meeting and just like froze. And someone called his wife and had to come into the Zoom meeting and like check on him. Yeah, and then he said he was very thankful. I'm pretty sure it's him. He was very thankful because everything was recorded, so he could identify what it was because he knows body language, and then was able to start treating himself through all that stuff. It's pretty amazing. So that's how I first saw that guy.
Yeah,
but Chase.
Yeah, I saw him in an interview. He was talking about all the you know how they teach intelligence officers like how to like when they go into a country and they need to like you know sway the population and I mean I highly recommend people watch this thing.
Yeah,
because you start to see the patterns,
everything,
how you're being played,
everything. I you know what? We should do another podcast just talking about that podcast, and we'll just tag the crap out of him, and then we'll get Chase on.
Yeah, it'd be great. Let's just reach out, you know. But that'd be actually kind of cool if we can pull up clips and like comment on each little section.
Yeah,
to discuss. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I want to talk to you guys about it, but I want you to watch the whole thing because it'd just be like I don't want to be a spoiler.
I'm about halfway in, Jolie.
Jolie just started showing me.
I just started. I'm like, Jolie, you gotta hear this. You gotta listen.
He's holding out on you. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
He just wants to show us that he's smarter than all of us. That's all.
Yeah.
I watched it first. Hey, check this out. I watched this 6 months ago. You should get into this.
Yes, I had to absorb it first and watch it 10 times.
Yeah. If you want, I could just recite it to you. I can be both parts too, by the way. So
yeah.
All right, so let's close out this podcast.
This is so weird to look at that thing.
I do it all the time. Look, I'm doing it right now. I'm not even
I know, but you're a natural at this shit, though. You're good.
I'm not a natural at this, my friend.
You are. You're better, more natural than I am. All right. Anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed the show. Listening, watching, wherever you're. What?
I didn't say anything.
You're shaking your head. Why are you shaking your head?
I wasn't shaking my head. You're supposed to be paying attention to the camera.
I know, but I see you out of the corner of my eye going,
go ahead, start.
So I'm like, shit, I suck at this. See, you did it again.
Like, let's go, dude. Get it together.
Did you want to do this?
Huh.
There you go.
Dude.
Remember those Henry?
Oh, yeah. All right. Okay. Take 5. Everyone, thanks for listening to Anchors and Eagles podcast. We hope you have a great Thanksgiving, and like, comment, subscribe. Let us know if you guys want to hear us talk about any specific subjects. And I'm Jeronimo Gomez.
And I'm Adam Facenda, and this is Anchors and Eagles.